So the materials you're going to need are some seed beads. I got this whole set from Amazon. I'll definitely link it down below because I highly recommend if you don't really know what colors to get exactly. You're also going to need some pearl beads, also some beading wire. I'm using 0.5 millimeter beading wire, some beading elastic. I'm using 0.6 millimeter beading elastic. You're also going to need some curved nose pliers, scissors, lobster clasps, crimp beads, jump rings, and earring hooks. So I know that was a lot, but trust me, you do need all of these materials. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or not. Yeah, so let's just get started. For this set of charmed earrings, I'm actually going to be using a set of these children like beads from Amazon, also will be linked down below, and some head pins. And so basically take any two of the beads, I have these really cute star ones, and just take a head pin and feed it through where you would normally put like elastic or whatever, and then take that head pin and actually start curving it using the nose pliers at the very end so that it like keeps the bead secure in the head pin. And then go ahead and cut off the excess of the metal, and then you're going to be left with a little hook at the end of the bead so that it doesn't fall out, and now you have something to attach like a jump ring. And so once you've done both of them, go ahead and take a jump ring, feed the charm in, and also of course a earring hoop, and you're basically done with this earring. This one is actually the easiest one. So yeah, you can make a bunch of these if you have just some simple beads. I went ahead and did one with these hearts, and they're so cute. So to make these flower earrings, you're going to start by taking your elastic and just put 4 of your petal bead colors and 1 of your like middle part of your flower. And so yeah, I'm gonna put up the photo just so that you can see what I'm doing more closely, but then you're gonna take the end and put it through the first bead you put in, and then go and put 3 more beads, like 3 of the petal colors, and then once you're done, put that same end through the closest bead next to the middle color, so that bead, and then put it through that bead, and then just pull it all the way through, and it's supposed to look like a flower. I'm sorry for my horrible explaining, but hopefully by watching that video a couple more times you'll get the hang of it. And once you're done with that side, go ahead and just like triple knot either side of the flower to make sure it's super secure. And what I like to do is feed the rest of the string into the other beads and then cut the rest so that it's like kind of hidden. So just do that one more time so you have a pair of earrings, of course. And once you're done, it's time to take a jump ring and then feed your flower in it and a earring hoop, and then close it up. And so just go ahead and do that one more time, and you should have a pair of some really cute flower earrings. This took me a lot of practice, so yeah, I just went ahead and did a couple more, and I'm obsessed. And for these last set of earrings, you're going to need some safety pins actually. These have obviously been a trend, safety pin earrings, but to make them a little bit more customizable, you're going to want to open them up and then just simply put a jump ring and an earring hoop onto them. But you're going to want to make sure that the earring hoop is faced the opposite of the opening of the safety pin, so that when you were to put like a bead on it, like through the safety pin, it would be facing outwards when you actually have it on. And just to show you an example, basically adding a little pearl and putting them on, you can see that they're facing outwards, so when you have it on, it will be showing. And now you can customize it however you want. You can change them out daily if you wanted to. I really love this idea, and just put any kind of beads that you want on them. Now for this first necklace, I'm starting off by taking some beading wire, and to cut off a size that fits me exactly, I'm taking a choker I already own, and then starting off by putting in a crimp bead at the end, as you can see, and also a jump ring. And what you want to basically do is take the end of it and feed it back into the crimp bead, and so it should look like this. And then you want to pull it as small as you can to make a tiny loop for the jump ring. And then once you're done, go ahead and take your nose pliers and press it down and just squeeze it, and then it should look something like this. And then go ahead, open up your jump ring and put in a lobster clasp into that as well, and of course close up that jump ring. And once you're done, it should look something like this. And this is basically how you start off any of these wired necklaces. So for the first couple beads, you're gonna want to make sure to put that excess wire into the beads. So the pattern I'm doing is just like a couple of these colorful ones, as you can see, a white bead, a pearl bead, another white bead, and then a couple more colorful beads, if that makes any sense. And the best way for me to get more beads is to just take the actual wire and just poke it in. And so as you can see, this is the finished necklace. And once you're done with it, you're gonna go and take your end and put another crimp bead in it and do the same thing that we did initially. Start curving the wire and putting it back into the crimp bead, and then just feeding it through the other bead so that's hidden. Then press your crimp bead in, and then go and take a jump rope, put that through the loop, close that up, and now you've got your necklace. You can then close it up, and this is how it should look like. Now for this second necklace, I'm starting off with some elastic string this time, and to start it off, I'm gonna take a lobster clasp, and I just did like a couple knots with the elastic. 3 won't hurt. I think I did a triple knot. And as for the length of the elastic, I would recommend to double the size you would normally do, just to make sure you have enough elastic. And I then put in a crimp bead and made sure to put both strings inside the crimp bead and cut off the excess, and this is what it should look like. So for this pattern, again, I'm using another pearl bead, and I'm actually doing the flower pattern that I did with the earrings, and I'm doing that in between each pearl bead. So I would do a flower, another pearl bead, a flower, and another pearl bead. And for this one, I'm using white petals and a red middle bead. So yeah, that's kind of the pattern I was going for. And as you can see, this is how it should look like if you were to do the same exact pattern. I think the white beads along with the pearl beads, it just makes this very elegant. And so I did that half the way, and then for the other half of the necklace, I then just filled the rest with some pearl beads because you just never have enough. And I think that's just a very unique look to the necklace. And so once you're at the end, go ahead and put another crimp bead and a jump ring, and then I just did like a triple knot again to make sure it's secure, and then I pressed down the crimp bead, as you can see, and then I cut off the excess string, and now you're basically done with your necklace. And so to make the easiest rings ever, just take your elastic and feed through some beads, enough to fit around your finger basically. I didn't really measure anything, I just put enough beads in a color pattern of some kind, enough to fit my ring. And once you like the look of it, go ahead and just do like a triple or double knot to secure it, and just cut off the excess string, and you are done with your first ring. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I still wanted to put it into the video. And just to give you guys another idea, I took some smaller pearl beads this time and fed that through a more elastic, and I just took one of the beads from the like random bead kit I showed you guys, found this really pretty heart one, and fed through some more pearl beads on the other side. And again, I just tied it off when I was done, and this is how it turned out. So that is it for this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel to see more, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!